Hi, my name is Anna Grissom, and this is my reflection video for the course of Read 3502, and I'm going to start with my three biggest takeaways from the course. And the first one was the type of questions and what you should be modeling as you're reading a text with students or as they're reading. For example, modeling what you're thinking about the story for like, why are the characters doing so and so, what might the characters be feeling, as well as like modeling how to make inferences for them. If you use your background knowledge and the content that or the knowledge that you've gotten from the reading, and you combine those, you can make an inference or a prediction of what you think is going on. And that was a really big thing. And another big takeaway was, for me, my strategy was determining importance, and I think I really dug deep into that strategy and really focused on separating important information from unimportant information, instead of just, trying to pick out the main ideas or the supporting details. It makes it a lot easier to sort information into one of the two categories. And that kind of led students away from the path of, determining importance is like finding the main idea, and it should just be, one sentence of the most important thing. That wasn't exactly the strategy that we were trying to find, that you should be doing that as you're reading every passage. You should be sorting information of what's important, what should I remember, what should stick with me, and what's just filler information. And then a third takeaway that I learned from this course is, I guess doing the ORF assessment and what it can be used for, and how to check students' fluency as well as their comprehension, learning how to time students and see, how many words they can read in a minute, and doing different grade level passages can really get you a good grasp of where they are at in their reading level. And the point is not to compare them to other learners. I think that was also a big takeaway from me. It's just to solely stick to where is my reader struggling, what can be used to support them, and where do they need to be by the end of the year. And so I think I really learned a lot about that assessment tool and how to incorporate it into my future reading assignments, as well as how to split students into different small groups based on their learning needs. And these will help me become a more effective teacher, because I learned how to gather the correct information for my students. I learned how to understand what they know through these ORF assessments, as well as what they're interested in. I think I realized how important it was to build these conversations with students, and that when we have discussions, they need to be student-led, because the more these students are talking, the more that I'm learning about them. So that was a really important thing for me, and it made it more effective as I'm, picking out my text for them to read and trying to make my best for them to stay engaged. And my greatest celebration as I reached the end of the semester, probably was seeing my students' excitement for us doing some small group activities, and excitement to read, excitement to talk. I think my optimism and me being excited and grateful to be there with them really influenced them into wanting to learn, and knowing that this can be exciting, this can be fun, it can be interesting. And I think this really was such a big celebration for me, because it's, so motivating, and it makes me know that, or it helps me know that this is my passion and this is where I'm meant to be, and I really enjoy it. Thank you.